When we think of America's founding fathers, names like George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, or Benjamin Franklin often come to mind. Yet one figure whose life was brief but impactful deserves equal remembrance: Alexander Hamilton. From a poor orphan in the Caribbean, he rose to become America's first Secretary of the Treasury, architect of the nation's economy. But his brilliant life ended in a tragic death on a dueling ground. Imagine a young boy, born out of wedlock on a small Caribbean island, facing poverty, abandonment, and tragedy at every turn. This was the beginning of Alexander Hamilton's extraordinary journey. His father deserted the family when Alexander was just a child, leaving him and his mother to fend for themselves in the unforgiving world of 18th century Nevis. Tragedy struck again when his mother died, leaving the young Hamilton truly alone in the world. But adversity seemed to fuel Hamilton's ambition rather than crush his spirit. He threw himself into his studies, working as a clerk in a trading company to support himself. His intelligence and work ethic caught the attention of local businessmen, who were so impressed that they pooled their resources to send him to America for a proper education. Arriving in New York in 1772, Hamilton wasted no time in making his mark. He enrolled in King's College, now Columbia University, and quickly became involved in the growing revolutionary movement. As tensions with Britain escalated, Hamilton's pen became a powerful weapon. He wrote passionate pamphlets defending the rights of the colonists, displaying a depth of understanding that belied his young age. When war finally broke out, Hamilton didn't hesitate to join the fight. He enlisted in a New York artillery company, quickly rising through the ranks. His bravery and tactical acumen caught the eye of none other than George Washington himself. The future president appointed Hamilton as his aide-de-camp, a position that put the young officer at the center of the revolutionary was strategic planning. But Hamilton wasn't content to remain behind the lines. He longed for battlefield glory and finally got his chance at the Battle of Yorktown. Leading a daring assault on a British redoubt, Hamilton helped secure the victory that would effectively end the war. His courage under fire cemented his reputation as both a thinker and a fighter. With independence won, Hamilton turned his brilliant mind to the monumental task of building a new nation. As one of the primary authors of the Federalist Papers, he played a crucial role in shaping the U.S. Constitution. His arguments for a strong central government and a robust financial system would form the backbone of American governance for centuries to come. When George Washington became the first president of the United States, he didn't hesitate to appoint Hamilton as the nation's first Secretary of the Treasury. It was in this role that Hamilton truly left his mark on American history. He created the first Bank of the United States, established a national currency, and developed a system for paying of the country's war debts. These measures laid the foundation for America's future economic power. But Hamilton's rise to prominence wasn't without controversy. His vision of a strong federal government put him at odds with those who favored states' rights, most notably Thomas Jefferson and James Madison. The political battles between these founding fathers were fierce, with Hamilton often finding himself outnumbered, but never outargued. Hamilton's personal life was equally tumultuous. He married Elizabeth Schuyler, daughter of a prominent New York family, and they had 8 children together. But Hamilton's ambition and workaholic tendencies often strained their relationship. In 1797, Hamilton became embroiled in America's first political sex scandal when he admitted to an affair with a married woman, Marie Reynolds. The revelation damaged his reputation, but, remarkably, his marriage survived the ordeal. As the 18th century drew to a close, Hamilton found himself increasingly at odds with a new political rival, Aaron Burr. The two men had a long history of animosity, fueled by both personal and political disagreements. Their feud came to a head in 1804 when Burr, then the sitting vice president, challenged Hamilton to a duel. On July 11, 1804, Hamilton and Burr met on the dueling grounds in Weehawken, New Jersey. As the sun rose over the Hudson River, shots rang out. Hamilton fell, mortally wounded. He was carried back to New York City, where he died the following day, surrounded by his devastated family. The nation was shocked by Hamilton's death. Even his political enemies mourned the loss of such a brilliant mind. Thomas Jefferson, his longtime rival, wrote, "He was indeed a singular character, of acute understanding, disinterested, honest, and honorable in all private transactions, amiable in society, and duty valuing virtue in private life." Alexander Hamilton's life was a testament to the power of intellect, ambition, and unwavering dedication to one's principles. From his humble beginnings as an orphan in the Caribbean to his rise as one of America's most influential founding fathers, Hamilton's story embodies the promise of the American dream. His contributions to the nation were immense: the financial system that powered America's growth, the constitutional framework that has guided the country for over 2 centuries, and the example of a man who lived and died for his ideals. Hamilton's life reminds us that greatness can emerge from the most unlikely circumstances, and that one person's vision and determination can shape the course of history. Today, Alexander Hamilton's legacy lives on, not just in the institutions he helped create, but in the renewed interest in his life story. From best-selling biographies to award-winning Broadway musicals, Hamilton continues to captivate the American imagination, inspiring new generations to study his life and learn from his example. Alexander Hamilton died with his work unfinished, yet his legacy endures. The nation's financial system, the constitutional framework, and the image of a man who lived fully for his ideals. From a poor orphan on a distant island, he rose to become one of America's greatest founding fathers, a hero whose life ended in tragic death. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more exciting content. See you in the next video.